Hey guys, welcome back to another RESK maths tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to be talking about direct proportionality, what is it, and how to solve questions involving it. So, direct proportionality is basically referring to two variables which are related to each other. So you could have two variables, y and x, okay? So if we say y is directly proportional to x, this means y is, well, we say proportional, this is the proportional sign, y is proportional to x. So to turn this into an equation, you simply just have to add a k in somewhere. So you can just do y is equal to k multiplied by whatever was in here. So there we go. Now you have this equation. So it might tell you an initial condition, like it might say when x equals 3, y equals 5. So when you solve that, you can put each of these numbers into the places where they belong, and you just put 5 is equal to k times 3, so k equals 5 over 3. And there we go, we've solved this question. So the answer is therefore y equals 5 over 3 when it asks for a function of y in terms of x. So that was a simple one. It didn't have anything, it just said y is directly proportional to x. But here's another question. Let's say y is directly proportional to x squared, and we'll give the initial condition when x equals 1, y equals 2. Let's just say that. Okay, so again, first we basically need to split this up into two parts. So we have the first part and the second part, like so. So the first part is pretty simple. You just have to put this into an equation. So it says y is directly proportional to x squared. So we simply just write it in. Sometimes they might write x squared like this, but you know, this obviously means the same thing. It's just in words. So once you have this first step, we can move on to the second step, which is to find k. And what you do here is you first put in k, of course. So you have to get rid of this proportional sign. Remember how you do that? You put in a k, and then you just multiply it by whatever was in here. So here it's x squared. So here's our equation. Now we use the initial condition. So sorry, let me put these steps in. Steps are first going to be remove the proportionality sign. And now we find k. K with initial condition. Okay, so we use this initial condition when x equals 1, y equals 2. So we put 1 and 2 into this equation. And then we just solve for k. So this is going to tell us k is equal to 1. K is equal to 2. Because when you put 1 over here, you move over to there, and you get what? 2. So that's what's going to solve this. And then you write final equation. So in our case, that's going to be y is equal to 2x squared. There we go. So I'll do one more example, just so you guys can really understand. Let's say y is directly proportional to, let's say, the cube root of x. Okay. So again, let's do the first step, which is just to write this into an equation form. So y is directly proportional to the cube root of x. So the cube root of x. Okay, now we need to put in k. So let's replace this with equals and then times k. So y is equal to k times the cube root of x. And then we need to find k. I haven't given you an initial condition, so I'll just give that now. Let's say when x equals 2, y equals 4. Let's just say that. Okay. Actually, let me make it a bit easier. Let's say when x equals 8. Okay, so now we put these numbers into this equation, like so. So we get 4 is equal to k times the cube root of 8. And we know the cube root of 8 is just 2. So therefore, k is equal to 2. And there we go. So we found k. Finally, let's just put this back into the original equation. So therefore, y is equal to 2 times the cube root of x. And that's how you solve direct proportionality questions. You simply just need to split it into 3 steps, form the equation, then remove the direct proportionality sign and put k in, find k with the initial condition, and write the final equation. Obviously, since this step seems a bit useless when you write it, you just write it like this, but this step is actually quite important because it basically lays out the overall idea, if that makes sense. So anyways, thanks for watching, and that was direct proportionality. See you guys in a future tutorial. Bye.